What's up, guys? This is Ninja on Ninja, and I just figured something out, and it's kind of funny because basically I'm a life coach. I just realized that I coach on the side for lessons for a small fortune if you have one, of course. Depending how far you want to go, how big you want to be, I can be a presidential teacher and such. I have the wisdom, I have the knowledge, I can do it. Test me, I dare you. You won't, because you're a bitch. And that's the problem I've found out. The system works. The problem is that there are cartels all over the world, basically, and that's what Trump is. He's a cartel. That's what that whole the republic is. Is they're a form of cartel? Like they are pretending to be the government. Like they have the American government at their power and under their wing. And this is the battle between the left and the right, but also we have some honest people in the system as well. And reason still exists, and the people still exist, but they're trying to displace as many people as they can, and that's the issue. I know because I'm a life coach, I'm a life wisdom. If you want, like, I should have been something amazing in my life, but brain tumor, stroke, bad doctors, bad. I still am not receiving SSI. Like, I should be getting disability payments. I still haven't been paid. My first headache, I think, first year out of school, I took off. Um, like, it was a vacation. I graduated, so I took a year of vacation, right? Celebrated, we partied, fucked, we drank, we smoked weed, all that good shit, right? So, anyways, after that, I went to work. I think within like maybe a few months, I started getting headaches. Boom, it's brain tumor, brain surgery, a bad surgery that happened a few months after that. I was permanently disabled. Time went on, disability, doctors gave me medication to be taken off, something on. Hell of the drama, dogs, parents, drama, girls, dudes, and friends no longer friends. A lot of drama. Right, I've been through it all. I've seen it all. Manipulative. I had a manipulative mother who was basically was on medication, but the problem was that they wanted to give artificial, synthetic versions, and these synthetic fake versions don't work on smart people. And unfortunately for the world, me and my mother were smart people, right? And so that shit didn't work on us, basically. My grandma was dope as AF, right? Anyways, excuse me. So I'm broken, but I should have been something. And what's going on now is that there are cartels that are trying to prevent you from winning. And if you can go to the source, you can win. The problem is that there are people that pretend to be the source, right? They pretend to have answers. This is fake it till you make it, and YOLO, it's the same thing. Alright, it's a whole fucking bullshit. It's just fake it, get paid. They want money. That's all it is. Corrupt sellouts, idiots. They don't know better. They're ignorant. They're naive. That's what the Nazis were. That's why the flyers worked back in the day. They're like, America's coming. Stay inside. Don't do anything. And they did. They stayed inside. They didn't do anything. You know why? Because they didn't want to fucking what's it called, follow Hitler, but they had to. The second they're told they didn't have to anymore, they cut. That's how it works. That's how supremacy works. That's how dictatorships work. They try to send in the military for control, and the people are like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't allow it. So that's what's going on. And I have wisdom, I have knowledge, and I got an email from some dude right now. He's apparently a coach or selling shit. I was like, hey, dude, tell everybody you know that I'm a fucking coach, that I'm a life coach, that I'm a wisdom, that I know everything. And the point is, I play League of Legends right now. Let me just show you real quick. Game. So I play League of Legends right now, and you'll notice that it is what it is. Okay, and I did really well, and I noticed why. And the thing is, people are spoiled, and they don't understand how the game works, basically. And I got caught in the middle of it, just like in life. Basically, I got held back because of the stupid people in the world. I did well at World of Warcraft because I was a main tank. And guess what? If I play a tank here, I do fucking well. And look, I have a Trinity Force, I have a DPS items and whatnot. But the thing was, back in the day, I would have been doing hella good. The problem was people didn't. They sucked, and people took advantage of the fact that you suck. You don't have any solid fundamental. You can't handle basically the truth. You can't handle the truth, basically. And so what happens is you think you're the best, and so you fight and you lose, you fight and you lose, you fight and you lose, but you don't realize my champion's better than yours. So even no matter how good you are, I'm going to win, and you don't know that, but I do, and that's why I win. Right? That's what's going on. Okay. Um. Sorry, that text message just kind of threw me off. That's what happens. That's why you're allotted 5 minutes in Congress to speak without interruptions, because you go and you're like, you know what I'm saying? Heimerdinger, that's the answer. What was the question again? Like that, it happens. Intelligent people are like that. That's normal. That's okay. It's just we are ruled by cavemen. That's the problem. And so you forgot it. So and that's what they tried to do, because they can't have you making sense out of it. Because if you do, then you find out they're full of shit. You find out they're lying to you, and so they don't want to face the truth. And it's important when good people do nothing, bad people win. That's what's going on. No one's doing anything. I suffered because I expected people to do something. No one did anything. I would play DPS expecting there to be a tank. No one was a tank. No one expected nothing. Nothing happened. Nothing. Now I'm responsible for you. Now I'm the tank. Now I'm the guy taking the damage, so you can be the little spoiled brat that you want to be. That's what makes me win. That's what I was missing. It's I would play Riven jungle and I would go DPS tank instead of tank into DPS. It's because I thought that I like StarCraft 2. I had a strategy. It was called going for the throat, and all I would do is I would find the first, like the second I can attack you, I had units in your base. The moment the potential for attack is there, I was there. They removed that from the league, or they made it to where you don't. People aren't paying attention to it. Basically, I don't know if it's there or not. I can't tell yet because I haven't made it. Unlike StarCraft 2, so I have to make the journey. And League of Legends, I'm sorry, StarCraft 2, World of Warcraft, PSAS, Super Smash Bros. I haven't made the journey yet. But I know now that I'm going to win every fucking game. You know why? Is because I'm going to be the main tank. I'm not going to let anybody else do it. It's just me. I wanted to be passenger in the car my whole life. That's everyone says, oh, ego, oh, ego, oh, ego. But there's no ego here. You have ego. I don't. You do. And you're mad because you suck. And me without an ego, you're pissed off about it. It's kind of like me playing Udyr. I'm a tank. You're mad because I'm a tank. And now that I'm winning and I have DPS items, now I'm a tank that beats your ass because you're stupid, and that's how it works. That's life, basically. That's what's going on. That's what Udyr is like. Yes, I've fallen 2 times, and yet I continue. Right? That's the whole fucking thing. That's why I miss the old League of Legends before they sold out. Before it was all fucking bullshit and corruption, yada yada yada. I'm sorry, my internet just died. But anyways, I gotta turn that back on real quick. I don't know why the fuck it died in the middle of using it, but okay. But yeah, that's the secret. They're trying to hold you back. So if no one wants to play tank, play the tank. The best thing you can do is play the tank. Yeah, you can't do damage, but don't worry about being a glass cannon yet. Wait until you're at a challenger level. Once you've made it, Once you've proven that you can get out of the trash can, then build glass cannon. That was my mistake. I would build glass cannon, but then no frontline existed for me, and that pissed me off, and that's why I quit. In StarCraft 2, I quit because they literally made it to where, what's it called? Going for the throat was impossible. I think it's still possible in League. That's why Xin Zhao's a thing. That's what Trinimir's a thing, because you still can kind of go for it. But if they're smart, then you can't. You know what I mean? That's the risk. That's why people don't do it. That's what they call respect, right? The problem with the StarCraft 2 was they made it towards like, oh, sorry, because the game crashed. Okay, so respect in StarCraft 2, they made it towards like no matter what happens, I can't attack you. So no matter what, I respect you. Basically, because there's too many people crying about cheese, you all in or blah blah blah. Like Nero, for example, Nero StarCraft. He plays StarCraft. He's a Zerg. He's a little bitch. He cries. And I watch what League of StarCraft 2 is all about today, and it's fucking a trash can. It's a trash heap compared to what it used to be. I think people back then would play with their toes and so fucking beat kids today. So fucking bad today. Like challenge to be grandmaster in StarCraft 2. I think back then would be platinum. Like platinum players back then was challenge or grandmaster players today. That's literally the comparison. Is because it's so bad today. But anyways, that's the secret. That's the deal. That's the dilemma. That's the basically retort. If that's the answer, if you want to make it, just go tank. Just go tank. That's all it is. Go tank. And then once you're tanky, once you can stay alive, once nobody's dying around you, then go damage. But first, you need a tank. You need a front line. This is why Zac does well. This is why Sejuani does well. Not because they're good champions, because they're tanks. That's it. You can build damage, but if you build tanky, you do well. And they do percent damage because they're tanks. That's why. They take no damage and then deal 10, and that's why tanks destroy DPS. Because it's rock, paper, scissors. It's tank, bruiser, and then ranged AD. Tank loses to bruiser, bruiser loses to ranged AD. That's how it works. And then you got Xin Zhao, who is a person who is a bruiser and an AD kind of. And so he does well, but he does very bad against, for example, if you kite him, like Tryndamere, if you kite him, right? That's the problem. That's all it is. I can stay on you. I can stay alive, right? I build tanky, and just heal. That's it. So I figured it out. Healing. I just build tanky because all you fucking idiots are stupid, and you don't want to build tanky. And there's no front line for me to fucking be a DPS, so I die, right? But if I'm the tank, I don't die. And guess what? That's stupid. That's a dumbass that can play, but because there's no tank dies. Now there's a tank, and now that Lux can do his job. Now it's just, is your team there or not? You know what I'm saying? But at least you're alive. At least you're alive. So anyways, be well, be safe. I'm out. Godspeed. God bless. I figured it out. I think that's basically what my new nickname will be. Um I'm not gonna say it right now because then people will steal it, of course. But anyways, I'm out of here. Godspeed. God bless. Take care. Be well. Be happy. Be safe. I'm out. And don't let the door hit you where the Lord split you. Peace.